Off the play fake, here's Rosen. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 18, and he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. Well, remember, Charles, this is the #1 defense in the NFL, and they proved their mettle here, forcing the turnover on the opening possession.
And sometimes when you play a team that has that reputation, it's earned it by their play. The psychology is, okay, they're #1. They have to prove it to us, and they tried to attack. They found out that that ranking was real.
And if history is any indication, when this defense gets off to a good start, look out.
Yeah, their offense plays off of them awfully well, too.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now they try the right side here. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
Number 28.
The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Here to his running back. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Tackle made at his.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They'll look to throw here. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. This is taken at the 15. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. They come up with exactly 1 minute to go in this first quarter. They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
At the 19-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Rosen. That's caught by his running back, Raheem Mostert. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
First down.
We're scoreless after 1.
Quarter with no score.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. That time on the outside, pretty nice job as a cornerback to shed any would-be blockers and make the tackle.
Think about the praise we're giving him, what his coaches are giving, but how about the respect he gets from his teammates to be a complete corner who doesn't just cover receivers, but also tackles ball carriers.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Rosen. He'll get this into the hands of Mostert. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
He's brought down.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They go back to the ground, this time Mostert. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, 49ers. Raheem Mostert, his 9th touchdown of the season, as his guys are on the board first here tonight. The game had been pretty uneventful offensively until that big strike.
No doubt about it. Almost felt like they were just going back and forth a little bit in the first quarter. But in the second quarter, things ramped up a little bit. Things jumped up. And you're exactly right. Going to make a highlight film or two. We'll be watching that one later on today.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
We really didn't have any doubt that he was going to be one of the top-rated rookies coming into the league, especially as a runner. And he's given us no reason to change our minds. That's a big-time run, and the production that he showed us in college is translating very well into the National Football League.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
No gain on the play.
You don't see that a ton, do you? With a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He'll go up top here for Hamler. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
Not too shabby here. This will skip out of bounds at about the 12-yard line.
At their own 12-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they will be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On first down, they go with Mostert again. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
2nd and 11. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Open man is born. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's
on 3rd down, Rosen. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Wishnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. Taken from just outside the 30. A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10.
39-yard line.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Now a handoff looking right. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. And with a 3rd and 13 here, the defense in a dime look. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And he'll only get this to about the 35. Well short of the line to gain. 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at 4th down. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. So on 4th down, on comes Brandon McManus and the field goal unit for the Broncos. This will be kicked from the 42. It's a 52-yard attempt. And this one is right down Broadway. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
Robbie Gould to kick off for San Francisco.
It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally, because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Now that one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
After the interception, here's Rosen. That's complete to Mostert out of the backfield. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. There's Mostert. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
On play action, Rosen. Eluding the pressure right. Got his target, Samuel. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. From the gun, a run with Mostert. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time. Forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. On second and 12, Rosen. Got the connection here to Bourne. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you can just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. Now Rosen looking at a 3rd and 2. Good work by that Bronco defense, and it leads to a 4th down.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
So the kick from here on a field goal would have been right at 53 yards, but instead, offense out there. They're going for it. They'll try it now with Mostert, and they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. Kyle Shanahan, an offensive mind, but his guys stopped up short, and the Broncos will take over on downs. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Now left side on the swing pass. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Now they try the right side here. And some room to maneuver. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the two tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. A little tough on the secondary there, in zone defensively. Quarterback had time to survey and find a spot.
And if you want to change things up and put a little more pressure on him, you can go to man coverage. Everyone matches up and send more pressure. But you can also do it out of zone coverage if you're worried about what's going to happen on your back end. Send someone else, drop someone else out of the line. The old zone blitz could come into play to try and get that pressure on the quarterback.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Going to give this time to the tailback. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
4th down.
One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54. Mike.
Here we go with Johnson. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field.
1st down and 10 yards to go.
Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. They've got a 1st and 10 from the 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 49ers' 12-yard line.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Broncos have taken the lead. Great call to hand that one off, and his running back did the rest.
Someone read their keys correctly. And on the defensive side of the ball, they certainly did not, because they really essentially were just going to swarm the quarterback. They kind of guessed themselves out of the play, and guess who benefited? The guy with the football.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Here's Richie James on the return. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Richie James on the return. The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
First down.
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a first down. From the gun, it's Rosen. Flush to his right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Play action here with Rosen. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 30.
A gain of 13.
That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves his sticks. Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. So we come up here on 1st and 10. Sliding out of the pocket. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Rosen to throw again. Lines up and lets it go for Samuel. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think part of their plan was to hit them over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down.
17 yards. And a 49er first down.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. Flushed out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Bradley Chubb make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Now Mostert. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Call it no gain there, and it brings forth a 3rd and long.
And it brings up 3rd down.
Once again, it's Mostert. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And Gold is able to put it through. And we are all tied here in the final stages. Now, we knew this had the potential to be a tight game, but with less than 3 minutes to play, couldn't be any tighter. We're all tied.
All locked up, right? And this next drive is going to tell us everything we need to know about this game, because I want to see how they come out with the football. Are they going to be aggressive and attack downfield? You still got a 2-minute warning to come up? Or are they going to be conservative and try and hold on and maybe just get to overtime?
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Don't say nothing. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
And he'll give it here to his running back. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Now they try the right side here. And he goes out right around the 39. It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Watch.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. Second and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Now a handoff looking right. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains. They'll look to throw now on first down. Open man Hamler, that's complete. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. And to give this time to the tailback. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
So this thing rests on the shoulders of Brandon McManus. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. Right back to him on first down. And some space here. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Now here's a timeout, as they will indeed call it with 5 seconds to go and a chance with a field goal to win the game. So this thing rests on the shoulders of Brandon McManus. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So this thing rests on the shoulders of Brandon McManus. He's hit on his one earlier attempt tonight, but this a little more pressure-packed for the win. And his kick is indeed good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. He hasn't missed a kick all year. Why would he start now?
That's a great question, isn't it? Well, maybe because that was the most nerve-wracking kick he had to attempt all year, but he knocked it through just like it was an easy chip shot.
And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Denver, they'll finish the first half of the schedule dead even at 4-4. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
No, but I'm on this every